Man, what a game. What a game. Toledo's a really, really good team. We were, it was a dogfight back and forth. We took some good punches from them. They made some really good plays to get back in the game. Nan kind of fueled them in that fourth quarter. We were in some foul trouble, but we hung tough, held the rope. I thought that was probably the toughest we've ever played as far as physical and mental toughness. So we're making great strides towards where we want to be come the MAC tournament.
I guess where does this game rank as far as just complete games that you guys have played this year? You know, obviously Toledo had a little momentum late in the second quarter, but, for 4 quarters, you guys were really efficient the whole night.
Yeah, I don't think we played a complete game, but I think those moments where we kind of let go of the rope have really shrunk. The last time we played them, we jumped out, we're playing really well, and then all of a sudden, we give up 2 offensive rebounds in the third quarter, up 2, and the wheels fall off. Well, that didn't happen tonight. I thought they were, not only physically tough, but mentally tough and withstood the runs.
The points off turnovers were huge, especially early on. Janae Donahue had 8 steals tonight. Just how big was that aspect of not only, forcing turnovers, but able to get, easy layups off them?
Yeah, I mean, we that was one of our goals. We wanted to force them 20 plus. I mean, only 18, but we got 23 points off turnovers. So we're pretty good at transitioning turnovers to offense. We got some really good sprinters that get out ahead of the defense, and we can capitalize on that. So that was big for us.
Fred, first of all, what's it like to just get Toledo finally and in front of this atmosphere?
Yeah, I mean, how many times did we play them last year? Twice, yeah. So this is the 4th time we played them. They're a very good team. They're a very good team. Really good when Tricia was here, and good now. So proud of our young women. Played extremely hard. Every game matters now. This is just a little bit closer to home, so it's a big deal, especially for our fans. Just happy for our players and our community.
And just kind of bigger picture, when you guys were a little uneven earlier in MAC play, trying out a ton of different lineup combos, and then you went to the 4 guards, and that's kind of I know this might seem obvious, but what is coming together so well? I mean, you guys are playing as well as any team in the MAC right now. A little uneven early, great now. What's the number one thing that's kind of come together?
Yeah, I do think that they've kind of, we were hit or miss with our lineups. We had people out, we had people in, and we never kind of got a flow. And then we inserted Nay, which, that's another level of transition. So it took us a while to kind of get our feet under us and figure out what we were going to do offensively, defensively, especially with the 4-guard lineup. And I think we're hitting our stride right now.
This is back-to-back games now with pretty fast starts coming out of the gates. Just how critical was that to really set the pace right off the bat for how you guys wanted to play towards the victory you got?
Yeah, our assistant coaches do a really good job with scouting reports, and when we come out the gate, we're pretty good. We're locked in on the game plan, what we have to do. Teams make adjustments. We have to make adjustments. Where we falter is usually in the offensive rebounding category, or we give up a defensive assignment, and it's more of a mental letdown than it is a physical letdown. And I thought they withstood all of those. We had a couple here and there, but that on through the lineup, I think when people came in, they contributed. So I'm really happy with our people that played, and then I'm happy with the people that didn't play, because we had 2 great days of prep. So I'm glad it pays off. But quick starts are good. Quick endings are better, right? So we're just we're going to enjoy this one at least for another day.
Look over here and I'll come back to you. Coach, you inherited a 766-day losing streak against Toledo. How does it feel for you?
You know that?
How does it feel for you getting your first win in the rivalry, and then how does it feel as well for the girls who have been here that whole time to finally break this streak?
Yeah, when I first got here, they were the monster. They were just formidable. Tricia was, just knocking it out year after year after year. They're really good this year. They just beat an incredible Ball State team. But I told them today it's not about emotion, it's about motion. Like you got to make these feet move. You got to, communicate. Everything has to move forward. You can't worry about the emotional piece of it, of trying to, win it for, the Battle of I-75. You just got to take care of each little increment and win every quarter. We won 2 out of 4, but we did come out of the gate fairly quickly, so that helped us.
And you guys shot 37% in the second quarter. What adjustments were made at halftime to come out and shoot 66%, and then in the fourth quarter, 54%?
Yeah, I think that's one of those instances where, we don't go downhill. We shy away from contact. We run our stuff kind of a little bit sloppy, where we're coming off ball screens and they're coming off the same time as us. There's a lot of things that happen that kind of, take us out of our flow of offense. But again, typically those stretches are really long. This one was shorter.
Right here, just to see myself. So in the last game against Toledo at Savage Arena, you guys had a lot of the momentum at the beginning, and then Toledo managed to cut it to 5 at the end of the first half. Nearly identical during this game, end of the first half, but the difference maker was that second half. How big was it you mentioned earlier the wheels falling off, how big was it to continue sustaining efficiency and spreading the ball? Yeah,
again, that last game, we had a 2-point lead in the third quarter with, I think it was 6 minutes or just under 6 minutes to go. So we were doing pretty well. That's a tough team. It's a tough environment. Second best place to play in the MAC, right? So I thought we were in that game. The difference is, we gave up the offensive rebounds because we didn't box out. We gave a couple loose balls. We let the ball hit the paint. We didn't do that this time. We were just mentally tougher. We just took care of the things we had to take care of. We'd hit a rebound up and we'd scramble for it and get a loose ball, and one of our guards would get the rebound. It was just a different type of game for us. It was a different style. We were just tougher.
Coach, since you arrived here last year, just how has the team just adjusted to your coaching style, from the players who came back to, the players that you have brought in? Obviously, you're not afraid to let them know that, when they did something wrong, but,
Yeah.
Obviously you really care about them, and, you obviously want what's best for them.
Yeah. I learned that from Don. You coach them hard, you love them harder, and then you can coach them. You can get after them. So that's something I really took from her. It helps me. It helps me, and let's be honest. They let me coach them. They could turn their nose up. They could talk back. They're really good people. They're really good people, and they let me coach them. They let me coach them hard, and they respond, and that's the biggest piece.
Coach, you mentioned motion, not emotion. You guys have a really beautiful offense when things are clicking. How would you just broadly describe your offensive philosophy?
Yeah, with ball movement, anytime our assist totals are up, we had 15. 20 is probably really good for us. But anytime our assist totals up and the ball's moving and not sticking, they do make really good decisions. They make good decisions against pressure. We have a lot of backdoor options in. They make great reads. It's just, when we get fatigued and we don't do the little things, that's when we falter offensively. But again, mental toughness today and stayed the course and moved the basketball, and then our defense really helped us get into transition. Makes our offense look a lot better.
Any other questions for Coach?
Wow.
Do I like the intro video? I absolutely do.
Well, thank you. Can you talk about, Nay's performance tonight with 8+ steals?
Yeah. I always say There's very few players that you can see throughout the country that change the game defensively. She can change the game defensively. She goes out there, she disrupts, she gets deflection, she gets steals, she can, take you out of your offense. I mean, it's a big game changer for us. And those steals often turn into transition points, which, she's generating offense. Teams go at her on their offensive end, our defensive end, but she's tough. She's a tough kid. Like, she got some grit to her, and she doesn't back down. And that's big for us. We can play the smaller lineup. We can move faster. We can get downhill. We got great motion. So it's big for her to be out there.
Erica, just how special is it to win, in the rivalry, out on your home court as well, and just the emotions of being able to pull it out tonight?
So yeah, I came in as a transfer last year, and we played Toledo twice, and unfortunately did not get wins in any of those games. And even this season with the first game, we unfortunately fell a little short. And it's just so much fun, the energy from the fans, my team, my coaches, like, it's just a fun environment to be in. I never really been in this type of environment, and it's, it was really fun and amazing.
Once again, another huge start for you guys, 25-14 after the first quarter. That's been a really common theme during this stretch you're on. Just how much energy do you guys come out with, and how important are those first 10 minutes for you guys?
It's always important to start off strong, because I think we're kind of inconsistent with our start. So starting off strong and staying consistent, playing good defense, getting stops is what we're really focused on this game. So yeah.
I want to ask about Coach Shamil. He's obviously very, very intense. He's not afraid to let you know when you do something wrong. Like, how have you approached that coaching style? How has the team kind of approached that coaching style? Because, obviously, it's kind of like tough love, but, he's obviously going to let you know when you do it.
For me personally, I've always had coaches that are kind of like Coach Fred's style, like just never letting up, always going to make sure you do the right thing no matter how annoying it might be, or he might yell at you, but he just wants, number one, you to succeed. He wants his team to succeed, and whatever makes the university look good. So I'm used to that.
There were multiple times over the course of the game where Toledo nearly cut it to tying it, but just how important was relying on the defensive fundamentals that you guys have really developed over these past couple wins to be able to just hold them off from ever being able to take a lead?
It starts in practice for us. We do this thing called stop, score, stop, which when you get a defensive stop, you could get a score and you get a stop. So honestly, just transferring that from practice into games was really important for us to focus and be disciplined.
And just for all the seniors to see the way that you guys played, especially Amy dropping 30 points tonight, just what does that say about how hungry you guys were to really end on a high note to get a win over your biggest rival?
Amy, I can talk forever about Amy, not even just from the basketball aspect, from just her as a person. She is the head of the snake, always kind of when we're in trouble and we have 10 seconds left, and we have to bail out, she's bailing us out. She's an amazing finisher, a great shooter, a great leader, and I'm so blessed to be able to play with Amy for these 2 years. And I'm actually going to miss her. I mean, I'm leaving too, but I'm definitely going to miss Amy. She's an amazing person, an amazing player.
Sorry, I'm cutting across, or no other way to get here?
Erica, I don't know if you know this, but you guys just broke a 5-game losing streak against Toledo. So first win for Bowling Green since the 2022-2023 season. How big is that to come in here and get a win from the Rockets?
Yeah, just Toledo, I told you, since last year, we only have taken losses from Toledo since I've been here. So it's amazing that we were finally able to break that streak. It was so much fun.
So towards the end of the first half, Toledo really got a big swing of momentum. What did you guys do to stop that momentum, try and cut the bleeding, and then lead yourselves to dominating in the end?
I think it starts in practice, knowing our personnel, knowing what each player on Toledo is good at, what they're not good at, and getting defensive stops is very important, not letting, or stopping the bleeding from, continuing on. And yeah, defense, that's all we talk about in Hose is constantly getting stops, and those defensive stops will turn into our offense. And I think we did that really well today.
Any other questions for Erica?
Erica, earlier in the MAC season, you guys were trying out a million different lineup combos, and it was just a little inconsistent. What do you think's been the big difference for? I mean, you guys are playing as well as any team in the MAC right now. What's the biggest difference between why you guys are playing so well now and why it was a little uneven earlier?
I honestly think we're kind of a young team, and some of us are a little bit of late bloomers, but repetitions in practice, and like I said, like focusing on personnel and like just the little details is what I think we've gotten better at as a team.
Amy, just how special is this for you and senior year to be able to beat Toledo on your home court? Just talk about the emotions right now, being able to pull that off.
Yeah, for sure. It was really fun. It was just fun going out there and having, the support system like we get here at the Stro. It just makes it such a special place to play at. And, today was just super fun.
30 points for you tonight. So many, late shot clock situations, finishing with the left hand. Just talk about just your offensive mentality tonight. Obviously, you guys shot extremely well. Everyone was really shooting well, but just, for you personally, just kind of how critical is that performance? Yeah,
I think just when your players and your teammates, your coaches, when they have confidence in you, you go out there and you're confident, and shots will fall some nights they won't. But
Janae Donahue had 8 steals tonight and played lockdown defense against a couple of their best players. How good is she defensively? What's it like going up against her in practice and everything like that?
yeah, absolutely. She's an incredible defender. She puts chaos on anyone she's guarding. 8 steals is incredible. She's a great defender. She brings great energy for our team, and thankfully we practice guys, so I don't actually have to go against her in practice. So I'm not sure, but I can imagine it's not very fun.
Coach Schmuel comes in, started last year. He's obviously, not afraid to let you guys know when you did something wrong. He's very animated. How's the team kind of brought into his coaching style? Obviously, he's, he really cares about you guys and everything, but, he's not afraid to really, let you know when he did something wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. He wants what's best for us. He wants us to get better, and I think all of us just take that, if he's getting on us, if he's coaching us, that's his job, and he just wants us to get better. He wants what's best for us, and in the end, we have a great relationship with him. He's a great coach, and we respect him a lot.
Amy, you guys really seem to have found something with this 4-guard starting lineup. What's the number one thing why you think you guys have really hit your stride these last 6-7 games? What's kind of all come together?
Yeah, I just think the 4-guard front is just 4 girls who are going to go out there and play hard and compete, and I think that's really working for us right now.
Sorry again.
Amy, can you talk about the environment tonight?
Yeah, absolutely, man. This is such a cool place to play. The community, the fans. It was a huge reason why I picked Bowling Green. A while back now, but it's just such a fun place to play in. People came out, they supported us, and they just gave us their all. The momentum was on our side at all times because of the great energy and the atmosphere. I just love playing here for many reasons, but that's a huge reason why.
So you guys snapped a 5-game Toledo winning streak in the Battle of I-75. You also took the lead against Toledo all time by 2 games now. How big is that for you to leave your mark on the program way after you graduate?
Yeah, for sure. I think snapping their little winning streak is great. We went out there, we competed. We're focusing on one game at a time, and we're trying to take our momentum. I think we're on a few winning game streaks. So I just think we're taking the momentum with us and going to keep carrying it on.
Kind of just going off of that, did you sense an added hunger amongst your group of seniors, knowing that this was the last time that you would play your biggest rival, to really want to get this win tonight?
Yeah, for sure. I think we go out there every game and we really want to win. But it's a rival game, and the atmosphere's got you pumped up. Your adrenaline's running. So I think, yeah, for sure, we went out there. We wanted to win, just like any night. But it was special tonight, just because everyone's out there supporting us, and there's a lot of fans coming to watch. So